Why does that guy that looks like me, he goes crazy, pumping this crowd? They'll applaud. You don't have to make them nuts. They'll applaud.
He's the warm-up guy.
Okay, that's it. Let's go, John.
No, you can't leave yet. By the way, I love that you're here together, and thank you for coming together, because I love that you're such close friends, and you have this very, very close relationship. For how long? How long have you known John?
About an hour.
We've been friends about 30 years, I think.
Yeah. We met in a restaurant, right? You were sitting next to me. Tell them how we met.
Well, we were at, we saw you.
Don't touch me, though.
All right. This is the friendship right there. But before we start, can I just say, he's the highlight of my life. I love this man so much. And I'm so grateful to be on the show with him. I always thought, like, if I was ever to write a book, it'd be like, if you would have told me that one day I'd be on Jimmy Kimmel show with Don Rickles, I'd be like, wow. I'd be like, well, Jimmy Kimmel won't. Yeah, how can he have a show? But the Don Rickles
part. See, you're rubbing off on him. He's now insulting me, thanks to you.
Shut up.
The best story was I got to take my parents to see him and Mr. Sinatra.
Oh, I think I have pictures
in
of
the '90s. Yeah, and
yes.
I was dating Paula Abdul at the time.
Oh yeah,
you remember Paula Abdul, right, Don?
Of course, that was the first girl you were in heat for.
And the beauty was that
how many girls have you seen him with, Don, over the years?
Come on,
well, he's been with all sorts. The ones I used to bother with had the beach ball, and they were 12. Well, he's a good-looking kid, and he was always, I call him a kid, he's a man today. But they always used to come, him and Bob Saget, who's our dear friend, and you know Bob, he's a great guy. Bob's not here tonight, his guitar broke. You got to watch Bob Zach. Coming home tomorrow, and my mother bang, boom, boom, and it's all clean stuff that your eyes fog up. Anyway, but he's a wonderful guy and a dear friend. It's John's friend, and it's a snap out of it.
I'm sorry, I enjoy having you.
Do you remember when we came to see you? And I was trying so hard to go backstage to meet you and to meet Mr. Sinatra, to impress my parents, and we did get to go back and see you, and you were so kind and so nice to us, and we took pictures with Frank too. Do you have those?
John with his mom and dad.
There you go.
There's Frank, John and Frank. There's you and Paula and Frank Sinatra. Two very tan people.
I know. At the end of the show,
What about you going with a young lady now? What's her name again?
Caitlin.
Yeah, okay. It's a beautiful girl, and so you bring up Paula. You got to cool it.
Anyway, we went back, and so Don would introduce the celebrities in the audience at the end. Do you remember? And like Tony Danza was there, and Paula stood up, and he said John Stamos, and I was sort of embarrassed to stand up, and he said he's probably sitting in the grass. He said, he's probably smoking grass. And then Sinatra grabbed the mic and said, "Smoke one for me, Johnny." My parents were there.
Wow.
Remember that?
I remember. I think I was wearing a blue tie.
By the way, speaking of Bob Saget, you mentioned Bob Saget. John and I were at Bob Saget's 60th birthday party.
Sorry.
John actually threw Bob Saget's 60th birthday party.
What?
John actually paid for Bob Saget's birthday party. Did you know that?
Well, John's lonely. What do I know?
You were invited. I think you had a gig.
So big. I don't need that with Bob Saget. One thing, he's got beautiful daughters. I just saw them in New York. Saget's great, and he's a dear friend of his. And a dear friend of mine. The two of them come to my house occasionally. Well, not to my house. That would be pushing it. In restaurants. And when I first met, they always ask me, "What do you think of this girl? Do you think it's okay?" And I got to check these girls out,
Right.
And I got my own, I'm married 51 years to a hooker. Oh, that's a joke. She's backstage now going, "I don't think that's funny."
Barbara's not a hooker, just for the record.
She's a wonderful girl. John knows her. You know her. And a lot of happiness staying with Molly.
Thank you very much.
You just got married, right?
Yeah, well, a couple years ago.
By the way, for the first time tonight, I met your son.
Oh, you did?
Yes, he's a wonderful kid.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And he gave me some cocaine and some.
Oh, he did?
No, that's a joke.
I told him to make you happy.
That's a joke. He's a wonderful young kid, right? And he was smiling because he knows someday he's going to come into a lot of money. I have a sister, too.
God willing.
You have a sister, too.
I do.
That works with my daughter.
Your daughter, Mindy Rickles, is a comedian?
Yeah, they're both comedians.
I thought this was interesting. I'm not sure if you even realize this. You have the gig on the 22nd and 23rd in Vegas at the Orleans Casino. Your daughter is performing that very same weekend at, I believe, the Tropicana.
I know what show I'm going to.
And you know, John, she has my sense of humor. She does.
Yeah?
And like when she was a young woman, graduated out of UCLA, USC, and she majored in tennis. And and she graduated, and she started to go out dating. So, knowing my sense of humor, so she was out with this guy, and she says to the guy, "You're going to wear that tie?" And the guy said, "Yeah." And he never called her again. She said, "Dad, I don't know. All I said was you're going to wear that tie." I said, "You said that?" "Well, you say it."
Yeah, you may have talked. Would you be happy if Mindy dated John Stamos? Would that be something that would please you if Mindy?
I would kill myself.
Hey, I want to mention this. You got your own little, is this an action figure? Would that be the correct way to describe this little doll? This just came out. This is hot off the presses.
Drop my pants, I'm going to fire a rocket. Kiss my hockey puck. I don't like to get into politics, but of all the candidates, I think I'm the better one. How about a new word? Go away. You're a dummy. Oh my God, what are we going to do later? Going to grab my legs and make a wish.
I'm going to bring this home to my daughter, and she's going to be delighted by this little character.
Yeah, that's good. You have that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you how important you are.
Uh-huh.
If I can, here. This is him.
Oh, where did this come from?
That's you. You're a dwarf. What is that? That's a doll of Jimmy.
Where did you get this? I've never seen this before.
Pulled a hold up in the Bronx. Where do I get that?
Look at how much fun we're having together. Look at this. John's head bounces. Look at how big John is by comparison.
Yeah, why'd they do that? Yeah. Does this do that? No, that doesn't.
That'd be a weird wedding cake, wouldn't it?
That was a good one, John.
You know, I mentioned we were talking about the Dodgers. I know you're a big fan, and Vince Scully. Do you know Vince Scully?
Vince Scully, I tell you, he's a great man. Unfortunately, I lost my son, rest his soul, Larry. He was a great youngster. And Vince was a guy from nowhere called up and wished me.
Is that right?
Yes, and I never forgot that. And I spoke to him last week, and we had a nice, wonderful chat, and I hit him a fly ball, and he dropped it.
How do you think the Dodgers are going to do? You feel optimistic?
Well, we have a pitching situation, you know.
Yeah.
When after Kershaw, you know.
Yeah.
When he's finished, there's 8 guys in the bullpen going, me? So we get lucky.
Who's your favorite Dodger of all time?
Of all time? Oh, my God. Well, Tommy Lasorda, I adore and love. He was a great fan.
Yeah.
Tough question. Those guys. I used to go down to the locker room in those days with the Dodgers when I didn't have this lousy leg here.
I'll bet your language towards women was a lot better than in the locker room, huh?
When you talk, do you have to hold my arm? I don't talk to you like this. John. John. Little anecdotes, you know.
Try to say something nice.
No, you're
topical,
John. But when you jump in and say something clever and smart instead of grabbing my onion.
Talk about Saget some more. It's fascinating.
Now, hey, John, you know the truth. You made me lose my thought here, but I used to go down in the locker room, you know, with the Dodgers in the old days. Tommy would say, "Don, the best one." He said, "Go out to the mound and take the pitcher out." On appreciation Day. It's true. And I put on the uniform. I said, Tommy, you'll get fine. Don't worry. Just go out there. I walk out to the mound.
In the game?
Huh?
In the middle of the game?
No, in Detroit. How did you get this show?
I don't know.
You're a moron. You're a moron. telling a story. Where do you think it was? Just butt out. Just sit there and hope to God you got the job.
I can go in the back if you want.
No, I love this. Listen, so I go out to the mound. A big Mexican kid's out there. And I said, give me the ball. He goes, you can't take me out of that game. Who the hell are you? Who are you? I said, the manager, I'm taking the ball. You can't take the ball for crying out loud. Give me back. And I grabbed the ball. With that Harry Wendelstedt, who is gone, rest his soul, was a great umpire. He runs out, rips off the mask, and he says, it's Don Rickles. Can you get me 2 tickets to the Dean Martin show?
Don Rickles, everybody. You hang around with Regis also. Does Regis ever enter your circle? No. You and Regis do shows together. Are you going to do
questions and answers?
Yes.
You do the questions, then you answer. We could go home.
Who do you like better, John or Regis?
Neither one. No, Regis is a dear friend. Yeah. John's a dear friend. I've been blessed with having guys like that. And Regis is great. He's not here tonight. He's in Ireland hoping they recognize him. Anyway, he's a wonderful guy. You know Regis. He's loud. He keeps saying, Regis, when we're in New York, he's like a goofball. We're in a car, and he'll roll down the window and goes, Rickles and Regis are here! And the cop that's directing traffic goes, who?
You guys have fun together. Do you like socialize before
we're doing a show together now.
I know that.
The two of us, we'll be at the Saban in, I don't know, later on this month, where we do a show together, which just catches on. It's great. We do a talk, and Regis talks in the front, and then he tells his career, which... Anyway,
does he
but
sing?
I love him dearly.
Does he sing?
He sings Irish songs, you know. If you like the Irish, you know. I just sit and watch the Irish fans that just sit in the stands and go, well.
John, what?
Who's better than this guy on the planet? Who is better than this man? I mean,
people, it is amazing. I know you don't want to hear about this stuff, but what's the funniest thing you ever saw Don do off camera in real life?
More so, he's more sentimental when we're off camera. I mean, he always says such beautiful things. As he's saying tonight, he gives great toasts. But mostly, he does really give good advice. He wants to make sure that I'm happy. He was there when my mother passed away. He was very good with me. And so it's an odd friendship, but it makes perfect sense to my heart because I just love him.
I don't know. That's very sweet.
Look at that. John Stamos and Don Rickles.
Thanks for watching. If you like that, subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest videos. And if you didn't, subscribe anyway. It's free. Who cares?